What is going on, world? Welcome back once again. My name is Zach Novak and this is BKD Zach Novak. It's very weird saying that. I kind of prefer to say Zach Novak plays games because it just rolls out. Might kind of keep going with that intro, but we'll see how things actually change, or if they do change in the future. However, right now, right in this day, at this present time, you've clicked on this video to watch about the new 9 Supers. Now, I will state, I did actually record the audio about 4 days ago, I think, 3 days ago, whenever it actually was released and this information actually became public. Anyway, it was seriously awesome. I was really freaking hyped. I didn't actually sleep for about 2 days, got the information. I ended up doing voiceover and stuff for it. I was not home. I was using a completely different audio setup, so I do sound a little bit different and not very enthusiastic about things, simply because I was actually reading a script and my ability to read scripts is just, it's horrible. It's like I've got dyslexia when I have to do things that are important. Anyway, right now, watch this video if you guys want to. It's a 9 Supers. I will actually have the information about each one of them in the information on the screen, so you can actually see it. I'll also have in the actual description the whole thing from Game Informer, because this is where I got all my information. And yeah, don't actually strike or copyright this, please, Game Informer, because, well, you guys are awesome and I like the stuff you do. Anyway, this has been Zach Novak. Let's roll the intros, get into this, and I do hope you enjoy. First up, we have Titan Sentinel, Code of the Commander. The melee's ability is going to be changed to Sentinel's melee ability causes an explosion to occur. Perk, all void ability damage attaches a void detonator to the target. Dealing damage to a target with a detonated attach causes it to explode. Sentinel players and their allies will regain some grenade energy when detonators explode around them. The super is being changed to, while the super is still the banner shield, now it actually creates a wall of light that blocks incoming damage when the player is in the guard position, and yes, allies can shoot through this barrier. Next up, we have the Sunbreakers being changed to Code of the Devastator. Melee abilities are: the Sentinel's melee ability is ranged like the hammer throwing knife, but instead of a blade, Titans will throw a small hammer, which will stay where it lands. Picking it up will fully recharge the player's melee ability and regenerate some health. Got to say, that does sound pretty cool. The perk on it is each solar damage skill increases player damage up to triple damage buffs, so that's pretty awesome. The super in itself is being changed to, the super is now the Siege Hammer, which creates a giant flaming hammer that the Titan can swing around them in wide arcs. Hits will send out a tornado of flame. Striker is becoming Code of the Missile. The melee is now being changed to, the Striker's melee ability lets the player jump in the air and aim down and fly like a missile into their enemies. Basically, it's like the Death from Above perk in the original Destiny, but as normal ability instead. This also helps build the Striker's super meter, which is awesome. Perk is, any ammo players pick up while sliding will instantly reload the weapon. Successfully reloading when a slide will increase the player's damage for a short period of time. The super is, now the super is Thunder Crash, which turns a Titan into a mortar. Basically, you can jump in the air, and as your guardian flies through said air, you can aim where you want to land and smash into the ground. We've got the Warlock. The Void Walker is being changed to Attunement of Fusion or Fission. Melee's ability is, the Void Walker's melee attack generates a void explosion ahead of the Warlock, which kind of sounds cool. The grenade is, holding the grenade button will actually eat the grenade and cause an explosion in the vicinity of the Warlock, much like a AoE from a boss. And void ability kills will restore ability energy and health. Alright, quickly. What the hell is this? Bungie, are these seriously just a bunch of exotics sitting on the ground that we can pick up? If so, that's cool. Anyway, back to the video.
There will be a ton of loot!
The super is now Nova Warp, which lets players use a few short-range teleports before generating an explosion around themselves. Stormcaller's Attunement of Control is another for the Warlock. We have the Melee. The Stormcaller's melee ability fires out an orb of electricity that soon explodes, sending a lightning bolt into the ground. Perk is killing things with arc damage occasionally leaves behind ionic traces. Each time a player collects an ionic trace, they will regain some ability energy. And the super is being changed to Chaos Reach, which sends out a beam of damaging energy. It's possible to shut off the beam before using the entire super bar, so you can actually use it in different actual increments. And it's much like you saw Osiris, or much like you saw other people actually use, you know, a pretty much Kamehameha in Destiny. The Dawnblade's Attunement of Grace is also another change. The melee is the Dawnblade's ability burns enemies and buffs allies. This is presumably a similar buff to standing in the Empowering Rift, which is kinda cool. Grenades. While holding your said grenade for an extended time, it turns it into a blessing instead, which can be launched to heal allies and drop overshield orbs. So yeah, you can literally be a medic in Destiny 2. The perk is any healing or buffing abilities regenerate the Warlock's non-super abilities. And the super in itself is Well of Radiance, in which the Guardians sticks their sword into the ground and creates a giant rift that both heals and buffs allies. This in itself is really OP. For the Hunter, the Night Stalker is the first one up. Way of Wraith. Melee attacks is the Night Stalker's Smoke Bomb, slows enemies and does a lot of damage, much like it already does now, but better. The perk is Precision Kills let Night Stalkers turn invisible. They also grant True Sight, an ability to allow players to pretty much see through walls. The super is the Night Stalker's super is changed to Spectral Blades, which turns a hunter invisible and lets them sneak around and stab their enemies in the back. Pretty freaking awesome. Gunslinger's Way of 1,000 Cuts. The melee ability is the Gunslinger's melee ability throws out a fan of knives instead of just a single blade. This spread shot will also light enemies on fire. The perk is killing enemies who are on fire recharges the hunter's melee ability. When enemies burn, it causes the dodge ability to recharge. The super in itself is the Blade Barrage, which allows players to toss a bunch of explosive knives at their foes. Cool. And Arcstrader's Way of the Current is next. Melee ability is Arcstrader's melee ability is activated by sliding before attacking. It causes a hunter to use their staff to deal melee damage in an electric upper strike cut. Perks. Melee ability lets you recharge more quickly. Hitting an enemy with the hunter melee multiple times will disorientate them and recharge your abilities. All arc abilities electrify enemies. The super in itself is Whirling Guard, which grants the Arcstrader the new ability to spin their staff and reflect projectiles back at their foes. After reflecting the arc staff, damage will be amplified by 3 times. And well, that is pretty much it. This has been Zach Novak. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Leave a like down below, leave a comment, let me know what actual, subclass you are really looking forward to, or what actual change you're really looking forward to. I myself am just seriously really hyped about having that ability to just have a Kamehameha from a freaking Warlock. It's just awesome. Or the ability that Warlocks can actually teleport, actual Warlocks. Anyway, I'm babbling. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button, do all the good stuff, and I'll be Sharon like Garrett there. He was at Sharon. If you are a new viewer, maybe hit that subscribe button so you can see my content, potentially, if you want to. If you are already a subscriber, maybe hit that bell notification thing there so you can actually see when my videos do go up, even though they are a little bit sporadic. Sometimes they are really awesome, other times they aren't really that informational. Most times it's just me babbling. Anyway, if you guys like that kind of thing, do all that good stuff. Let's like, subscribe, comment, and everything. Anyway, this has been Zach Novak once again, signing off. Peace out.